Hello, everyone. We are Team One, R3 Cooler, and this is our final demo. My name is Abhishek Jassy. I'm a soon-to-be graduate at Cal State Long Beach, majoring in computer engineering and minoring in computer science.
And my name is Adnan Jassi, majoring or graduate from Cal State Long Beach, majoring in computer engineering, minoring in computer science.
Hello, everyone. Ethan Dixon here, fourth year at Cal State Long Beach, majoring in computer engineering.
Andres Garcia, fifth year computer engineering major with a minor in applied math.
And then, hi, my name is Emily Marin, also a fourth year computer engineering student.
Why R3 Cooler? Our product is a robot with 3 wheels and has a cooler inside. Some of the features that we have implemented in our product is one, a cooling system that keeps the drinks inside the cooler cold. Two, it has a remote controlled motor, so we are able to control the R3 using the app. Then also the LCD screen on the front, as you can see, it displays the slideshow of beverages inside the cooler. It displays how many drinks are inside the cooler and also the temperature of the cooler. One problem this project will eliminate is whenever you have friends or guests over, instead of them rummaging through your fridge, you're able to drive the R3 cooler to them and give them a drink, basically. And this is also a cool way to entertain and to show off to your guests.
All right, so these were the 3 demos we did during the course of the semester. The first demo was our weight sensor. We just showed that I was able to measure the weight of the cans and determine how many cans were inside the cooler.
For the second demo, we did the cooling system, which reduced the temperature within the cooler. We monitored the temperature using a temperature sensor and an LCD, and we also used channel relays to turn off and turn off the relay.
And our last demo was the QR camera scanner. This was able to take a QR code, determine if it is valid or not, and depending on what they scan, it will open the back of the cooler for the user to enjoy a cold drink.
And then for our final demo, we were demonstrating 5 things. First, the remote control. The R3 cooler would be able to move around the room through the mobile app. And then number 2, the QR code at the party. A person at this event is sent a QR code generated through the app. 3, the lock opens. The QR code successfully opens the magnetic lock to the drinks. 4, the cooler. The beverages inside the cooler are chilled to the touch. And then 5, the LCD updates. The name and the drinks consumed by the person will be shown on the app. And then this is the R3 outer shell. As we can see this in the front, we have the LCD screens, the Long Beach logo, and we can see the wheels on the side as well as the camera. And on the back, this is where the door opens with the lid lock. Next, we have the motor driver that we use, the BTS 7960. We also have the motors that we use from Amazon, from Gearbox, and the motors implemented on R3.
For the cooling system, we use Peltier modules. As you can see, we have 2 of them on the left, and then on the right is how I set up the temperature sensing with the temperature sensor, the LCD, and the channel relay. And then for the battery system, we plan on using our own battery from scratch using a lithium ion by spot welding it and attaching a BMS. We range for 14.8 to 16.8 volt with 22.5 amps. But unfortunately, we ended up having problems with the BMS. So as a backup and as an alternate power source, we use this lead acid battery. It's capable of 12 volts and 3 amps, 12 amp hours for 20 hours, and it also gets the job done to power our entire system.
And this is the app, I guess, menu or page that you could use to move the R3 cooler around. So as you can see on the left, it has arrows that can be used to move the R3 cooler forward, backwards, right, and left. It also has a button to unlock the lid lock or the refrigerator from the app itself. And this is the app layout of how you could send a QR code to a person at the party. So first you would press the button create QR code, and you would enter the person's name that wants access to the cooler. And then the app will generate a special QR code with the embedded password inside that can be detected by our QR scanner. and then you can share this QR code with that person using the basic share functionalities of your phone. And then some other pages in the app or the beverage consumption app or page, and then the update menu page. So the beverage consumption will show the name of the person and how many drinks they took out. So this list will keep updating as more and more people have or take some drinks out of the cooler. And the update menu will be used when we refill the cooler. So you can update the menu according to what you just put in the cooler.
And this is the weight sensor. We used one single load cell in between these two wooden circles that fit perfectly at the bottom of our cooler. Like I said earlier, it's able to measure the amount of cans in the cooler up to 12. And the next one is our camera system, also fairly simple. We just had 4 plugins within the ESP board, and it's placed on the top of our R3 so users could scan their QR code and it's able to validate that password and open the lid lock at the back.
And for our LCDs, we use 4 LCDs in synchronization to showcase the slideshow of the drinks inside the cooler on the left side, and the right 2 on the top right. We have the temperature of the cooler inside and also how many drinks are left inside the cooler on the bottom left and bottom right. And here's a code for the LCD. On the left, you can see the project name and the temperature, and it's just a bunch of print functions. On the right, you can see the slideshow display and how we set it up. For the magnetic clock, we implemented a 60 kilogram magnetic clock that can hold shut no matter how hard you pull, using a Hall effect sensor. And we silicone this into the door so that it will be able to be shut no matter if a person tries to open it, but it can only be open with the the correct QR code.
And these are some of the challenges that we encountered while we were making R3. The first one is the power system. As you saw earlier, we had a BMS system, but we had to switch over to our battery, and it was constantly turning on and off. Sometimes there wouldn't be enough power for certain modules. The next one is the motors. Depending on the surface, it would travel at different speeds. So on carpets, it'd travel fairly slow, but on hard surfaces, it'd travel pretty fast, and it'd also heat up pretty quickly when it's used for extended periods of time. The next one was the delay from the app. When you try to control the R3 from the app, there's a little bit of a delay when you press a button and for it to go to the system. So it could be a little bit hard to coordinate that and make it go through corridors and stuff. The next issue was the LCD. They're fairly hard to sync together to make sure all 4 of them were able to update their info and all sync together. And the last issue was the cooling system. It just took up a lot of current and energy. So it takes a while for it to cool. So it would take up a lot of energy while it's doing that and make the battery deplete very quickly.
And for the Senior Expo, we were able to demonstrate all of our features that we've mentioned, the LCD, the motors moving, controlled by the app, the camera system, when a correct QR code is scanned, the lid door in the back does open. And also we were able to showcase this just moving around the room at the Senior Expo. And here's our YouTube channel. The presentation video will be up on there soon. And also our previous demos are up there. And on the right, we have our GitHub, just the process of our demos and how we built the R3 is showed on our GitHub page. And here are some references that we've used to build the R3 cooler.
And these will be the cases we will be following for the demo. Alright, so this will be our demo for our final project. So these first few clips will be of it moving. It moved forward. It's now moving backwards. This is the machine turning right. And then it will turn left. Alright, and this will be the cooling system. Just turning it off just so you can see the blades moving on top of the fan. Plug it back in, you'll see them moving right there as well. So for this next demo, we're showing the LCD screen working with the cooler and the cans. You can see Anand in the back placing in the cans. The screen will update and it should say 2 drinks left now. He's going to place in another 2 and it should update to 4. It'll update every 10 seconds. You can also see the left that shows the cans that are in it, and the bottom right which shows our names. And this final demo will be the lid lock in the QR scanner. You can see him not being able to open it. I scan it really quick and it pops right open. Alright, thank you.